Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Binky. So I'm kind of doing something different to kind of hold myself accountable for what I buy, because I was and I am on a low buy this year, but sometimes we fall off of that, and I kind of did this month because there's a lot of great sales going on at the end of June because 4th of July is coming up. By the time I get this up, 4th of July probably already would have happened. And so I was doing really well since April, so May, okay, for 1 month. And so I was doing really well. And then I kind of ended up buying some things, but I felt like there was a place for these items, so that's why I picked them up. So what I am doing is going through items that I have bought and explain why I have them to kind of justify it. Not justify it because it sounds like I'm not allowed to buy things. I'm not in debt. I'm doing really well, you know, I'm okay. I'm not rich by any means, but I'm really good at budgeting myself and knowing what I can do. And it's not that, it's more of I don't want to keep buying things and not enjoying them and using them. So that's where I'm at with this. So what I'm going to do is go through things that I have, and then I hope to use them and then come back and say how they worked. So look for that, because then I kind of hold myself accountable for buying them and actually using them instead of stashing them away and forgetting about them, and it was just a waste. So that is why I'm doing this. So here we go, for good or for bad, it's on. So I do want to start off with saying that I did get a few palettes from a friend. She tends to give me palettes here and there because, again, she gets things for free. These are not for free. They are not given to me for PR, nothing. She gets things like that sometimes, and if she doesn't want them, she sends them to me. And so these two items are new to me, and this is going to be one that I'm going to be wearing for a week. And this one is the new Tarte Fairy Dust palette, and I'm actually doing a review on this. I am ready to review it. I'm not going to go too much into detail because, again, I am reviewing it here, so you will see that soon. Yeah, I will say it's a Tarte palette. You've pretty much seen it. So you've seen one, you kind of seen them all. So, you know, this isn't groundbreaking, but I'll definitely be doing a review on that. And then there's the Lovelies palette from Colored Rain, and I'll be working with this week because it ended up being picked for my week-long shadow, because I'm going through every single one of my eyeshadow palettes, even if it is discontinued, because I want to find inspiration from them and use them. Because a lot of people buy stuff and then they're like, I'm not going to do videos because it's discontinued, but I want to start going through things. And selfishly, this project is a little bit selfish because I want to use it for myself to go through these items, create looks, and do things with these palettes. And you know, there's things that are very similar. I'm sure you have stuff like this in your collection, so we can make looks together. It'll be fun. So that's kind of where I'm coming from on these. So there'll be reviews coming up for sure very soon with these. The other thing was, and I do not feel badly about this all, is the Flamingo palette. I feel great about this. This one is something that I wanted as soon as I started seeing the pictures, and there is no guilt whatsoever. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the packaging. I love the colors. Look at that. It is just so beautiful. How could you say no to this? I absolutely, I don't want to blind people. That's what I'm worried about, is I'm blinding the hell out of people. Don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to you, subscriber. So this is what it looks like. It's just absolutely beautiful. And you can see I've used it. I'm still testing it. I want to use it for another week before I go into an in-depth review, because I'm not big into first impressions, because it's a first impression and then it's like, and so I want to be fair with it. I want to make sure I use it and then I go from there. So with these you can see I'm going through the eyeshadows first. These two were given to me, so they weren't purchased, so I can't say no. Much like Ado Annie, I'm just a girl who can't say no. So I took them. And then Flamingos was just such an amazing palette. That's why I'm justifying it, is because I have nothing like it in my collection. I have nothing like this in my collection, so I was going to jump on this, and I did, and there are absolutely no regrets. The next thing I got was actually on sale. So it is the Snow White collection, and you can get it on certain websites, and then they have a sale, and then you get it for a really low discount, and that's kind of what I did. You can't get the large palette anymore. I have it. I absolutely adore it. I ended up getting this because I had a credit at this website for basically $10. And it's so nice. Look how beautiful the packaging is. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I was buying stuff off there anyway, and it's a cool tone palette. And I love cool tone palettes. I absolutely adore them, and I feel like there's not enough of them. So I ended up picking this up. Now it does have blues. Well, this is gray, but a couple blues. And I'm not really big into blues, but for $10 and the quality of these shadows from the main palette were so amazing, I will learn to love blues. If I even end up using it immediately, because it's just so beautiful. I mean, the packaging was just gorgeous. They did such a nice job with this collection. I'm still in amazement of how wonderful it is. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And then you flip it open and there she is. This is quality. So if you could pick these up, do. It's even better on sale. So that's why I picked that one up. Now I ended up picking up some other items that were from indie brands, because I'm kind of on an indie brand kick. Now this is from Notoriously Morbid, and I've reviewed a couple of their things before. I ended up picking up some items, a couple items. They had a sale and where it was 30% off, so I did order more. Spoiler. Yeah, and I'm okay with it. But they had those amazing chromes, you know, the ones that are just supposed to be like absolutely intriguing and amazing. Like it's supposed to be like, what? So I ended up picking up some, and this is what it looks like. And this is Destiny, and I'm hoping the shifting, you can see the shifting, but this is what it looks like. And so I haven't really used it, and the shift is quite beautiful from where I'm sitting. Trying to find that napkin here to make it a little easier to clean my fingers. So this is what it looks like. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting because there's black. So it's almost like a black shadow and then this mixed in with it, which from here it looks green, but here it's red. So it is doing what it's saying it's doing. I wouldn't wear these colors now, so these may take time to review. But my thing with it, and you can definitely see it shifts from green to yellow to red. My issue with it is that the black in it kind of ruins the finish a little bit. You know, once in a while you put it on and there's just black underneath it. And it's like it's a black shadow, which I'm not a huge fan of. The other one is Dream. And I don't know, I think I was expecting something a little bit different. Now this one's a little bit smoother than the other one. The other one is very grainy. This one fares better, and it is absolutely beautiful. They're extremely rich, multi-pigmented like that, just highly dimensional, but it just wasn't exactly what I was thinking they would be. I don't know if I like the black, like I said, shadow in it, but I'm just wondering if that's the only way to really make it pop. So, you know, I'll definitely give it a shot. These aren't normally colors that I would wear, so I'm kind of excited because it's pushing me out of my comfort zone, but this is something that I would use more during, you know, the winter or something. So then I ended up picking a couple of their individual shadows, like Wayward Sun, just because I haven't really used the loose shadow as much as I would like, and they're just really pretty. They're really, really beautiful. And so I'm going to be doing a review because I actually have several of these. I picked up quite a lot of them last year, so I haven't really been using them, and so I need to. And, ooh, that one. Yeah, this one's not that great. It's called The Key, and it's not necessarily my favorite. I do love Notoriously Morbid, though. I think it's great. And it's more of like a crease color, a matte crease color, so it'll work well. I just have so many like that, it may not have been the best choice. And then finally, this beautiful one, which is kind of more of a fall tone. So some of these you're not going to see all at once. You may see them later, especially that one, because that one will be worn during the pumpkin spice latte. So I just wanted to try some of their shadows, and so that's why I picked them up. I am really intrigued, especially with these guys here. Then they had a lipstick, and look at this. I know, I don't really know what to think of it. Looking at it, it's kind of intense, but it's very wearable. So it's like this lavender color with like a green shift to it. And I'm digging it. I can see myself wearing this now. I am a little bit worried it may give me the dreaded dead lips, but we'll see. I like it. I love the shift on it, and I was just intrigued by this color, so I was like, I'm gonna pick it up, and I don't regret it. And it was like 30% off, except for these shadows. These were not on the 30% off because they're new and they're really expensive to make. So I completely understand why she wouldn't put that on sale. So yes, coming on to the home stretch. Now I actually picked up 3 of these. This was the JD Glow. And I think everybody knows about these. So I actually picked up 3. I only have the 2 here right now. Oops, you weren't one of them. And this is what the packaging looks like. They're basically, look at these. Yes, they're basically for eyeliner, and they're supposed to be like all the rage with it being multi-chrome. And yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's very light, which I should have known. Look at it. It's not going to be crazy, but you can move it around and it changes depending on the lighting. Now, I think this is going to be, it's not a huge pop of color is what I'm finding. I've used them a little bit. I'm wondering if it would work better on top of like a black eyeliner first and then add these to make it pop more. Maybe white, but I think white would just kind of neutralize it out. So I'm going to try it with black just to see how it is. But it's pretty cool. What I will say is that they do have alcohol in them, and I can smell it. And I know everybody's like, oh no, here she is again. I'm not big into using alcohol on my skin. But I think if I put it on top of a black eyeliner, that it will, it'll put a barrier, because the one I use doesn't have alcohol in it. So it'll be a barrier to keep it off my skin. So it won't do as much damage. But I think they're really cool, but I think it needs a little bit of help. But because the alcohol is really strong in this, I did feel that it stung my eyes a little bit because it was so close to my eye. But once it was dried down, it was absolutely fine and no issue. So just know that may be that may be the case if you use these, especially if you have sensitive eyes. So this is the other one, which is a green. I also have a ready purple one, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I think I was using it, that's why I don't have it right here. But this is what it looks like. And this one's really beautiful because it goes from like green to blue, and you can kind of hope you can see the shift. It's really small, but again, you can see it's very light. So it just needs a little bit of a boost, but I'm really excited to use these, and I really didn't know of JD Glow, and I'm digging it. So I'm loving these indie brands. They're really kind of making me quite happy. And look at that. The next item, of course, is the Bite Beauty. The new one, Cancer, Cancer the Crab. It's your month, and so I ended up picking this up. Spoiler alert, I'm picking up all of them because I'm addicted to Bite Beauty and I love astrology, so I don't regret this one. I'm going to be putting up a review, but this has been a little bit of a trouble child if you've been reading anything online. So you think it's one color, there it is, and then look. See how it's kind of this muted grayish color? Muted like mauvey grayish? Yeah. So you're thinking you're getting one color and it is very different, but I'm going to be putting up a review here soon, probably before this one goes up, so I will link it above in the cards so that you could see what that's about, because it was a little bit disappointing for a lot of people. A little bit of controversy there, but wait for that video. So I would have been okay with everything else that I got. It wasn't too bad, especially within my budget. It's way within my budget. Other people's low buy may be different than somebody else's. Last month I basically spent nothing. So this is nice because you spend nothing, and then this month you spend a little more. I'm going to reel it in a little bit in July or so, I hope, because there's no palettes or things that I'm really interested in, except for the Gemini palette, which is coming back out. I'll probably end up picking that up. But so then something came across my screen and I wanted to pick it up, and this is where it kind of blew my low buy apart, is Tatcha. Now, I have never used Tatcha before. I've heard about it. I've wanted to use it. And I broke because of these beautiful bags. things. The packaging is glorious, and part of it is I've wanted to use it, and I've traveled the world. I'm actually a world traveler, and I've been to Japan, and I want to go back. I loved Japan. There's no other country in the world like Japan. I 100% recommend it. I've been to all these places, and so I don't know. I was like, it was memories, just beautiful memories. This is Kyoto. I think they both are. And it was wonderful. And so I was like, all right, let me look at the different packages, because some were made for dry skin and some were made for oily skin like myself. So I picked up the skincare for oily skin, and then this is another one that was for oily skin, along with like a gloss. So I'm going to be reviewing these. I've never used Tatcha before. I felt like this was a good time. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. I'm wondering if it's another drunk elephant type of thing where, yes, the products are good, but they may be a little bit overpriced due to the packaging, which I could kind of see with this. But I'm really excited to use it, and these are really great travel sets, so I will definitely use them. I'll probably use them before I travel, to be honest with you, but I can use these bags afterwards when I travel. I can't wait. Even if I do a weekend jaunt, and then I have my roommate taking care of my kitties, which you can't see, but I have a kitty down here, and she's absolutely happy right now. I know. She's actually liking this, moving. She's really excited by the zipper. So there's always somebody here. These cats have the best life. They're like, feed me. We're like cabana boys. But yeah, so I'm really excited about these. And so yeah, this is kind of what broke my low buy. But I don't really regret it, because even if I get the Gemini palette, I'll get the Gemini palette next month, and then I will get the Leo lipstick, and that's probably it. That is probably it. Because I don't really need anything more right now, unless something really amazing comes down the pike. I think that's it. That is it. And I don't plan on buying anything more for July, and hopefully nothing good comes out in August so I can keep it at a low buy. But these are the two that pushed me over. I'm actually really happy with what I bought. I feel like the lipstick is really unique, from Notoriously Morbid. I'm okay with it. The shadows are absolutely beautiful. I want to try them and see how it is. I'll definitely use these items. As far as skincare, I can always use skincare. I was a little bit disappointed in myself because I have so much skincare. I have so much skincare. I'm slowly getting through it all. And I bought more. But these are tiny, and I get to use these, and I love the packaging, so I'm okay with it. After I bought it, I was like, oh, Binky, you didn't need that. You have so much skincare, and I'm finally getting through a lot of it. But they're miniature. I'll get through them quickly. I'll see if I like this and I want to buy the bigger product. So I'm okay with it. And you got to look from the perspective of, don't live outside your means. And I'm definitely not living outside my means. I have a certain amount that I budget, but it's more of making sure that you use it and there's a place for it. So it looks like it cut off right towards the end, and I was getting all philosophical. And then I looked at it to see where it cut off. And then I realized it looks like I'm not wearing anything. Yeah, it looks like I'm just walking around naked doing videos. I'm wearing a top. Hopefully you can see it. It's green. Yeah, so I'm wearing something. So I put my hair here going, that way people don't think I'm pulling like some weird fetish video or something. I am wearing a shirt. It's 100 degrees, and so it's like a tube top. Ooh, I know, I just wanted to clarify. So like I was saying, I don't feel badly about it. You know what? If you're buying the same mauve lipstick over and over and over, and you have 10 of them, then maybe it's good to step back. But what I'm trying to do, and what I recommend doing, is instead of punishing yourself for when you break the low buy, enjoy it. That's how I look at it. You bought it, the damage is done, enjoy it, cherish it, use it. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm making sure that I used the items, so I'm going to make sure I use these. There's going to be no guilt. And then I'm going to continue using the packaging afterwards. And then I'll know if I like the product or not. Look at it from that perspective. Make sure every time you use it, it brings you joy. And then next time, the next month, you'll do better. You'll do better on your low buy. So what? Everybody does stuff that maybe they shouldn't have, or maybe they feel badly about, but it's just, as long as you're not going broke, as long as you're not putting yourself in a financial difficulty, don't feel badly. We all do it. We all break it. So that's kind of where I'm getting at. So I was kind of like, but then I was like, you know what? Financially, I'm fine. I'm putting money away. I'm living a decent life. You know, it's okay. I'm going to love and cherish these products. And they remind me of something, you know, that I traveled to, and I will use these cases, and I'm absolutely happy with it. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is feel good about it. You did it. Don't beat yourself up every time you look at it. Enjoy it. Smile, and you'll get them next month. I guarantee it. So if you're on a low buy, keep going, you know? And if you're not, good for you, you know? So let me know how it's going. You know, if you are on one, if you're not, what's interesting you. You know, I think July and August, not too much is tempting me, but then somebody always brings out something that I can't resist. But again, I'm just looking for a way to bring it in to my collection rather than just adding for no reason. So that's why I'm doing this video, and I feel all right with it. No regrets. So until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.